Correctly with the correct amount.
D20 Radio, where gamers roll.
www.d20radio.com.
It's the end of the road. The gang have uncovered the truth about Elaine and her plan to wipe clean the slate, destroying Sin City and growing something better from the ashes. They turned down her offer of safety, leaving Sanctuary behind and stepping out towards nearly certain death, an approaching apocalypse, and one very angry she. Trapped for thousands of years, imprisoned beneath the earth. The beast had believed its agony eternal, until two who were one came to it with a deal. For decades now, the beast had gorged itself, fed by the sinful desires and actions of the mortals in the city above. But something was happening. There was a change that could be felt, like shivers in the earth, even as deep as the beast was. Something was coming, and that made the beast restless. Up on the surface, the earth shook, as if something massive were rolling in its grave. Or perhaps testing its chains. All right, we left off last time with all of you exiting and with Delga waiting for you with her plants ready.
Does she look like she's going to be a problem?
Oh, yes.
Wow. Yes, there is a rose hedge all around you, blocking the way out, and it is rising.
Okay, cool. Elianna's gonna shoot Delga as soon as she walks out the door.
Well, yeah,
That's what I want to do.
I regret it because part of me wanted to do the same thing like last session, like as soon as Cayden walks out, like not even let her speak, just shoot. But because he didn't do that, I'm not going to say he did. That's just me.
Well, in all technicalities, Voltaire is the first to walk out.
It's true.
That's true.
That is true.
That is true.
But she might have actually been waiting for all of us to appear.
Unless Voltaire didn't wait.
Did Voltaire wait?
That's a good question.
Is Voltaire a patient man?
No. We know the answer to that.
Absolutely not.
Patient man in that he's been stupid in the past. But is he going to be stupid enough to attack Delga on his own?
No. He is prepping a Molotov, though. He still has one that he hasn't used.
Yeah.
Got that in his hands. Who's next?
It was Cayden or Joan?
I think Joan left before Cayden.
It's true. Yeah, Joan did leave before Cayden. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Joan is smarter than Voltaire when it comes to these sorts of things.
Admitted. Totally okay.
He doesn't have nearly his book smarts, but she has the common sense to wait until they have more people before trying to fight the freaky, scary, evil Rose Lady. So, yeah, so Joan has her wand ready, but she doesn't attack.
Then it's Cayden.
Cayden does not shoot as much as he might want to. He's just getting ready for that fight that's coming. So he's actually automatically switching from his blindness to his deafness instead.
Okay. And so you said once Elianna comes out, she shoots.
Immediately.
Okay. So that means we'll have one round without Rian.
Wait, Rian? What? No, because
Rian went last.
Was he last?
Well, he was.
Rian went last.
was last.
That made no sense. This should be
He went
Elianna
last.
who has had the hardest decision to go last. Oh.
Yeah, but she couldn't take it the soonest. She hit her. I'm out before
I'm done.
Rian did.
I'm just done.
Yep. So then everyone except for Rian, cool checks.
Sorry.
Yay!
Know your enemy.
Cool.
Could he get a blue die for the fact that he's encountered this enemy before?
Yeah, so yes, you get a blue die.
Rank 2, intellect 3.
Nice roll for Voltaire. Elianna.
4 yellow.
Holy crap!
Nice.
I'm a cool gal.
Yes, you are.
Cool kid on the street.
Triumph. Double triumph.
Goodness me!
Triple triumph. Sorry,
Gosh.
I'm pretty sure this never happened before, so new thing here.
Surprise round?
Get 2 turns in a row.
What?
Boy,
That
that's
makes
so
sense.
rad. Yes.
That makes sense. I approve this. I approve this message.
Flipping.
Make those tens
Flipping
count.
triple triumph.
That is narratively sad. Yeah. No, that just makes sense.
Comes out guns blazing.
Yep.
All right, Joan's doing pretty good. Cayden?
Time for the technically least cool person.
Yeah.
Technically. Technically.
One yellow, one green.
We use cool.
He's only technically lamer than everyone else. Just mechanically.
Just mechanically.
Just mechanically.
Non-mechanically, he's a rad dude.
Heck yeah, he is. Heck yeah, he is.
And what if Delga?
I guess we shall find out.
Oh.
Looks like it's Elianna, then Joan, then Delga, then Voltaire, then Cayden, and Delga again.
That sounds all about right.
And the next round we roll for me.
And then we'll roll for you now, actually, and then we'll just put you in your slot next round.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, next round you'll go before Cayden.
Yep. Again, makes sense. I'm totally fine with that.
All right, Elianna.
What range are we at?
We are at range medium coming out.
Okay.
Just coming out of the door. I think those who have been out already would likely be at short range. But if you just pull out as you walk through the door, yeah, then that's short.
All right.
So does that mean Rian's at long range right now?
There is a magical foofy thing in between the group and you right now.
Okay, that's fair.
Elianna, as she's walking out the door, is pulling out her gun, points it at Delga, and shoots her. But she doesn't move closer than medium range because she's not a dummy. She knows she's a stick.
Smart. Okay, range light then.
It's 2 yellow, 1 green.
Do you take a maneuver to aim?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be 2 strain because you're using 1 maneuver to pull the gun.
That's fine.
You get some quick draw in there.
She'll get it eventually.
I'll get used to this life.
Or you could ask any one of us to teach you.
That's
Most
true.
of us have quick draw.
All right, you got 4 advantages and succeeded.
Nice.
4 advantages. What?
You're using cold iron, correct?
I'm using a heavy pistol.
By using cold iron rounds.
Correct.
Yes.
That means you can crit.
I think I would like to crit.
So that's 6, right?
Yes.
Base damage.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 7 total. Okay, sorry, what do you want to do with those 2 advantages?
I think I would-
4 advantages?
I would like to use 3 of them to crit. I don't know what to do with the last one. Does that just make the crit more intense?
Well, you're using cold iron, which the crit rating of your weapon counts as 1.
Oh, okay.
So you actually get you use 1 to crit, and then you get 3 to add to it.
Let's do that.
Wow, nice roll.
Yes.
What do we get?
No, I'm assuming she has some form of durable, at least to some extent.
I mean, she is a she.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that directly makes them more durable.
That was a horrific injury.
Jeez.
Yes.
No.
1d10 to determine which characteristic is affected.
Because
Permanently or
experienced.
temporarily?
Until it's healed.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, and that is 6, making it agility.
Hey.
Okay.
Agility
That's not bad.
is
That's fine.
all right. So you
That's
just
fine.
open fire and bite a smoking chunk out of her leg with your
Nice shot.
old iron
Nice.
round. Lets out like a unearthly shriek. I wonder how many times I've said unearthly shriek in this
A
campaign.
lot of times. In all campaigns.
I think at least
Lots of
once
times.
every session. At least
Once per session.
One possession.
I'm not. I can't.
Elianna
Anyway,
lets off two shots in succession. So, like, her next shot comes immediately after the second one.
Are you using maneuvers for this?
She holds still and she wants to aim.
Extra aim or just one? Are you suffering another 2 strain or
just the one? It's going to be a long day. She knows that she has to like let these off before she can think too much about it. So they're coming bam bam.
Gotcha.
Just curious, what's the nemesis level of Delga?
You mean adversary? She's adversary 3.
Close enough.
So you are still going to take 2 strain.
Dang it.
So you get off, like, you just start... Get like a bit out of her shoulder, a nice chunk out of her leg, and she shrieks. Except this is different than the unearthly shrieks you've heard before.
Is this earthly?
In that it feels like something is boring into your eardrums. And from this despair here, you are going to take 5 damage, ignoring soak. Your ears start bleeding from just the pressure of this scream.
Fellas, that don't sound like a lot to some of you. That's half of my wounds.
No,
that's half of them.
That is a lot. What do you?
I am aware.
And you're brought to your knees there.
Oh yeah. I would have said it if you didn't.
Joan sees that and immediately shouts, "Buckler!"
What does that one mean again?
Buckler,
that's your shield spell.
Yeah, like buckler.
Buckler. What?
That's like a shield. It's like a small shield. It's literally just like a.
Also, Bouclier is just French for shield.
Cool.
It just sounded like buckler. That's how I remember.
Oof.
Not good.
No, it was a success.
It's alright, 8 everyone's triumphs.
It's just no advantages
at all.
Oh,
Rip.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Well,
that is not good.
It's good for Joan.
Great for Joan.
Great for Joan.
Well, does she have to target herself?
True.
Nope. Okay.
She's not going to.
She's going to help Elianna.
Yeah, she's going to put a shield around Elianna.
Bless you.
So what does that do again?
Oh, yeah. She has Bouclier and points her wand and shield.
I'm an angry, broken toothpick and I need help.
Okay, so you get +4 defense and your soak is increased by 3.
Oh my.
That's good.
Yes.
That's much better for her.
Thank
now,
you so
Delga is going to turn and try to murder you.
Just roll out of the way as she comes in at the last second.
You have 4 defense.
I have 4 defense.
And that's it.
Move, girl.
Yes.
Roll out the way.
Hey, that's better than my defense. I have 0.
It's true.
What's your
All right,
threshold?
and I'm going to spend a story point to up this.
Hey, back, mama.
What? What's that?
Slide it back. Slide it back.
Slide it back.
Slide it back. Move it back.
Slide to the left.
Slide to the left. I wish I could slide to the left.
Delga swing.
A swing and a miss.
Please.
As he's contemplating my doom, just slide to the left. Slide to the right.
Slide to the right.
And the verdict is...
Reverse.
Let him think. The verdict is we let the man think, and then he'll decide when it happens.
I think I'm thinking there's no verdict.
Slide to the right. I'd be fine with no verdict,
all right.
Actually.
So, Delga like reaches her hand out, her red cat's slit eyes flashing, and vines just shoot out, these thorny vines just shoot out, and they hit the shield and shatter. Thorns go flying, and some of them break through your shield. So her attack deals a total of 8 damage. What does that come out to be?
Is that buffered by the shield?
Yep.
8 damage?
Yep.
So you get yourself plus the 3.
That's
from
7.
the shield.
Nice.
That's
so
7.
Only a couple of the thorns managed to actually hit you. The vines shatter against your shield. But actually, the shattering of the vines hurts Delga.
Oh.
As Delga got a despair.
Yes! Slide to the left!
Slide to the right!
She's going to suffer 3 wounds, ignoring her soak, as these vines that are kind of an extension of herself shattering hurts her.
Karma. Snitch.
All right, and then it's Voltaire's turn.
Let me get this correct. There's currently a rose hedge
around us.
Blocking our escape.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that means it's behind her, basically. Like, even if we try to get past her, we couldn't escape, really, right?
Yeah. It's a writhing hedge.
I want to light that on fire.
It's beautiful. But, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, light it on fire.
With what?
So you're throwing the cocktail?
Did you,
Not even throwing it
throwing
at
the
her.
cocktail.
Just
did
throwing
you
it
bring
at-
a lighter
Ooh,
this time?
I like it.
Oh,
Did you?
You would ask that, didn't you?
I'm
You would
sorry.
ask
I'm
that.
sorry.
We could say careful planning is that he got it back from Elianna or something.
Or
Yeah.
you could set the story point.
We could flip
I'll
the
just
story
flip
point
a
to it.
story point. I have a lighter.
Okay. So
I have a lighter.
Cocktail.
I'm hucking the cocktail.
And what's your range light?
1 rank
So
how much
And-
ability?
and 2 agility.
All right.
Ooh.
he's throwing it at bushes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
I just want
Hedges.
to light the hedge on fire. I'm assuming it's a rather large target.
All right, I'm going to flip a story point to upgrade the difficulty.
Am I allowed to flip one back?
No, you already spent a story point this round.
It's true.
Jonathan,
Yeah.
it's like you're not even on our side.
He wants to see if we'll fail.
All right. You failed with 3 advantages.
Can we
that's
set
not even
Dale got
because
on
of
fire?
you.
Like, oops.
That's
oh,
not
no,
even
I
because
missed.
of the difficulty. That's you literally rolled no successes.
3 advantages.
You can't. So you can't deal any direct damage, but you can activate the burn quality, so still lighting it on fire.
That was my goal.
Yeah. It's on fire, folks.
And then it's Rian's turn.
Well, he's not there yet.
Sorry, yeah. Rian's not there yet. Cayden's turn.
I'm coming, folks. Just
All right. Here we go. We're going to start by using Hunter's Query Improved. I suffer 2 strain. Quarry, correct.
It's not the hunter's not asking a question.
It's 2.
Excuse me,
Hunter's Query.
Dalga.
So I'll suffer 2 strain to use the action of Hunter's Quarry.
Nice.
So it's a hard
Did
survival
you do
check.
that as an incidental with improved?
You have the improved, you said?
I do. I have the improved.
Okay, so you can do it as a maneuver.
And I'm suffering the 2 strain to do it. My survival is 2 and 4.
And what happens if you succeed?
All attacks made against my chosen target, which will be Delga, will be upgraded automatically.
Hey.
Macarena.
Till the end.
Hey, Macarena.
Is it till the end of your next turn, or is it
Till the end of my next turn.
You succeeded with a triumph. Yes! Going to be upgraded twice.
Oh, yes.
Slide to the right.
What?
That's beautiful.
We're going to use a second maneuver to aim, and I'll suffer the strain for that. That's fine.
Hey.
And then quick draw his heavy pistol. We will also activate Fan the Hammer.
Technically, you're going to be quick drawing first.
Oh, you're right. Quick draw would have been first, yeah. With quick draw first, activate Hunter's Quarry, and then aim, and then using the pistol, we're going to use Fan the Hammer.
Oh,
Yep.
Light him up.
And we're going to shoot at her.
that gives it auto fire, right?
Correct.
What does auto fire do exactly?
I can spend advantages to hit multiple times.
What doesn't Fan the Hammer have a downside?
It
It
does.
uses up all of his ammo.
When it's resolved, regardless if it hits or misses, the entire clip is gone. But he has extra clips, so it's fine.
Cool. So
That's good.
what's your ranks in range light?
3, but with the 2 upgrades, that makes it, since he's using cunning, he'd have 4 yellow and a green.
Nice.
And then 1 blue because of aiming.
Yep.
Go get her.
That's nice.
I'm going to flip a story point.
I'll flip one back.
Okay, that's 5 yellow. Now 5 yellow, 1 blue versus 3 reds and 3 blacks.
That's gonna be
That is a very hard battle. I don't like that sound.
I don't know if I trust that
What do
one.
it mean?
Don't like that sound.
All right, so you succeeded with 2 advantages.
Okay. Doesn't it take 2 to activate the auto fire quality?
That
least
does not
that-
warrant
yeah.
a whistle, Jonathan. That does
feel like
not
I got-
warrant a whistle.
I feel like I got a double despair, and I'm really sad if I did.
Probably. I'm not even gonna lie to you, probably.
All right, so you're activating auto fire.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do it.
All right, so you fan the hammer, get 2 good shots on her,
Heavy pistol, so they're 6 each.
and then in reaction, after 2 more cold iron bullets rip through her,
Mm-hmm.
the flaming rose hedge.
Comes to life.
Well, it's been
already
alive
alive.
this whole time,
They're plants, Nathaniel.
and I've multiple times I've described it as writhing.
True.
It's true.
No. Anyways, the burning, writhing rose hedge strikes out at he's going to take 10 wounds, not ignoring soak, and he is lit on fire from the vines.
Ah!
All right, not the best start.
Blazing vines shoot out of the hedge and strike you, and that now you're on fire.
Okay.
Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll.
We'll get there eventually. If he had a maneuver left, he would have... Oh, no, it has to be an action. Never mind.
And then Daelga's turn again.
Mm-hmm.
Help.
As a maneuver...
Oh, no.
She's going to activate the poison in all the thorns. Everyone who's been hit by thorns so far in some variety is now going to have to make a resilience check to withstand the effects of the poison.
Oh. Resilience of all things.
2 green.
If I had
2
planned ahead, I might have put stuff in resilience,
green.
but I did not. It's too late now. We've committed.
Right.
Commit to the bit.
Mm-hmm.
Commit to the bit.
Commit to the bit. I was wondering if the fire would negate some of the poison itself. Just throwing it out.
Nope.
Okay, just one.
The fire's on the outside. The poison is on the inside.
Burning the stuff on the inside.
They're not touching.
Well,
it's a magical rose
Do you
bush.
want them to be touching? Because that would be very bad for you. If the fire was either on the inside or the poison on the outside. The poison wouldn't affect you if it were on the outside. Never mind.
So, if it was on the outside, then you would be breathing in toxic gas by this point.
True.
Okay, fair.
In fact, as the fire gets deeper into the vines, you might start breathing toxic gas eventually anyways.
It sounded like a good plan.
But regardless, hard resilience check. So, Cayden?
Well, it'd be 3 green versus 3 purple. It's about as even as it gets, I guess.
You failed. So, yeah, you are going to suffer 4 wounds ignoring soak.
Oh, that's every turn, right?
No, if you got a despair or enough threats, then it would.
Okay, so it's just a one.
But no, the poison doesn't last in his system long enough in this case. Then Caitlin.
So failing this equals 4 wounds?
Yep.
How we doing, Caitlin?
I have 2 green.
Oh.
I have 2 green in resilience, and I would like to flip. No, do I want to? Maybe I just want to leave it. I could get a triumph, but I could also get a despair, which would kill me. So
Wait, you have a rank in resilience?
No, I don't.
Oh, you mean if you spend a story point?
If I spend a story point, I could get a triumph, but it's not particularly likely.
No, it's not.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, just do it.
Just do it?
Goodbye, everybody.
What would you do if I flipped a story point?
She'd flip one back.
Flip it back, Jonathan. What do you think I would do?
Would now be a time that valuable facts could be used?
He just rolled it.
He just rolled it?
He already rolled it.
Okay, so what just happened?
Never.
I'm about to die, is what just happened.
We're still doing Constitution.
Huh?
You failed with 2 threats.
Oof.
What does that mean, Jonathan?
So that's 2 strain and 4 damage.
Great. I'm unconscious. I'm at my No, wait. I'm at my wound threshold. Am I conscious still?
You're conscious. Well, actually, the shield still affects this.
Oh. What?
No.
So wait, you only take 1.
It's a protective spell. It's not like a literal force field.
Oh.
It's a spell that protects you from damage.
I thought it got wrecked by Daelga's last hit.
Well, no, the shield shattered her attack. Just some of it managed to break through.
Wrecked her.
So you take a total of 1 damage.
Okay.
Dang,
Fine.
you're good.
And
You're fine.
We're at 7 out of 10.
Okay, you're hanging in there.
Thank you, Joan.
Magic spells.
Magic spells.
Magic.
Gotta love it.
Someone needs magic.
Will I be impaired if I shoot from where I am on the ground?
1 black die.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up and shoot, I guess. I don't know what else I can do, really.
Yeah, so you use maneuver to stand up.
Yep. And I shoot at her.
You're using another maneuver to aim, yes or no?
But I can roll cool to recover strain once this is done, right?
Yes.
I've got a pretty good cool.
Oh, remember, everyone's attacks are upgraded until the end of my turn.
Ah!
Yep.
Everyone's? I thought it was just yours.
Everyone's.
All attacks.
You said everyone.
All attacks targeting the target
Wow, nice.
are upgraded.
Excellent.
And this time they're upgraded twice.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'm not gonna take it a maneuver to aim. I don't want to rack up more strain than I need to.
Okay.
Alrighty, that's a good point.
I'm going to flip the story point.
Flip it back.
Success with 1 advantage.
Yes.
Woo!
You can crit her again if you want.
Crit.
So that'd be increased by 10 at least. Yep. Already has one.
You rolled a 39, which plus 10, that's a head ringer. The target increases the difficulty of all intellect and cunning checks by 1.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm fine with
her
that.
magic is cunning based.
Hey!
Yes.
Nice.
I love it.
Nice.
All right, well done. Joan is going to suffer a total of 4 strain.
Ooh.
2 just because she's casting a spell, and 2 to maneuver to aim twice. And I'm gonna flip 1 and flip 1 back as Joan shouts, "Incendiary!"
Yes, we're putting it on fire some more.
Thank you. I love all of Xander's movements as these things are going like.
And success with 2 advantages. Delga is now on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, she's on fire.
And that was a total of 9 damage. All right. And,
she's dead?
No, it's Delga's turn.
It is Delga's turn, yeah.
And Joan just lit her on fire.
Oh, Joan!
Well, we know where this is going.
Get out of there, quickly!
Delga, now with multiple chunks torn out of her, a bullet scraped past her skull and knocked her head back.
Mm-hmm.
Delga's turning all of her anger on Joan.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
Boy, no.
No.
Dang it, no.
Come on, Joan. You can do this.
No, please.
Get that in one piece.
And let's, she's gonna flip a story point to increase her power.
Flip it back.
Let's bring it back. Thank you, Xander. Yes.
All right, flipping it back. Joan has no defense because she gave Elianna her magic shield.
Don't forget the check is upgraded in difficulty.
Yep, I did do that. It increased in difficulty. All right. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's about accurate.
Oh, gosh, no.
Don't tell me.
I'm knocking on wood so hard right now, you have no idea.
All right.
I have no wood nearby, so I can't join you.
And so 2 thorny vines just shoot out and just pierce Joan right through the ribs. And one goes in through the ribs and the other through the gut. And she is conscious still.
How conscious?
She went from having 1 wound to having 7 wounds, and she has a threshold of 10.
And both of those ignored soak, or was that still in counting soak?
It did not ignore soak.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That's scary.
We really have some squishy boys here. Okay. Squishy girls, I guess. You know what? Squishy girls. All the boys.
Actually, sorry. No, I did the math on that wrong. It's worse.
Good. Oh, great.
Great.
I almost forgot the ability that the she have.
What ability?
She spellcaster. It increases the base of their attack spells damage by 3. Means that puts it at a total of 12 damage minus Joan's soak of 3. So yeah, Joan's at her wound threshold exactly.
And she's conscious for this. Oh no. Voltaire.
Okay.
Make the shot count.
He's busting out the sniper. He's still at medium range.
Yes.
Drawn a bead on her head. He's spending 2 maneuvers to aim. He shall suffer the requisite strain.
All right, so now the effect of the fire happens.
Fire? I thought he wasn't on fire.
He isn't on fire. The bushes are.
Yes.
Sorry, the hedges. I apologize.
Yep. Which is going to cause damage to Delga.
Hey! How much damage?
6 damage of the cocktail. That's 6. So Voltaire is sacking. What's his ranged heavy?
His ranged heavy, he's got rank 3, agility 2, and I would like to flip a story point.
Don't forget it's upgraded twice thanks to Cayden.
And it's upgraded twice automatically.
Yes.
Thank you, Cayden.
But can he do it?
That's the real question.
That's not comforting, Jonathan.
No, it isn't.
Right, success with an advantage.
Excellent. I would like to crit.
Crit her!
Crit her!
You're using the iron rounds, right?
Yes, we all came with iron.
Yes, sir. Indeed.
Quite so.
All right, with the plus 20.
Yes.
That is a temporarily disabled. Target is immobilized until this critical injury is healed. Okay, so what's the damage of the sniper rifle again? That's 8, right?
9. It's 9.
Yep.
Yeah, because the hunting rifle is 8, the sniper is 9.
Okay, yeah, so 1 success, that's 10 damage total.
And, it may be better.
Oh, right, it has accurate, doesn't it?
It has accurate 2 and
You should remind
pierce
me of
2.
those things.
And pierce 2.
I'm sorry, I forget these things.
All right, that's an additional 2 advantages.
Oh, nice.
Do you want to add that to the critical injury?
Does a one-legged duck swim in a circle?
What?
Okay, so she's not temporarily disabled. She has a gruesome injury.
Yes! Now we have to roll to see which one it gets, right?
Yep.
Something good. Something
Hopefully
good.
something good.
Cunning. I pray for cunning or intellect.
That's agility again.
Wow, she really can't move.
Can't move.
So instead of hitting the head, you hit the leg.
She's got like a chunk taken out of one leg and like a hole straight through the center of another one.
Ooh, how is she standing?
She's technically floating.
It's true.
What?
Why would she walk?
Then Rian comes out and sees flaming Rose head, really messed up Delga, Cayden on the ground on fire, and Joan pierced through the ribs and the gut by vines, and Elianna on the ground.
Elianna stood up, but she's bleeding from the ears and she probably doesn't look good.
Yep. So yeah, they still look good.
He walked into straight chaos.
Looks great. Welcome to the party.
What does Rian do?
Quick draw improved, drawing both guns. He's just gonna shoot at Delga.
Are we using the dual wield stuff?
Yep, dual wielder. Difficulty decreased. Let me think.
You can look at your character sheet. That is a thing you can do in case you
no, it's not that. It's not that. I just want to know how I want to do this. So that's already upgraded twice.
So what's your range like?
2 yellow, 1 green. Upgraded twice because of Cayden.
The 3 yellow.
Flip a story point over.
Flip it back.
Okay.
Giving you 3 reds and 4 yellows.
What a rip.
Not using any maneuvers to aim?
We'll use 1 maneuver to intense focus.
You have intense focus?
Yes, I do.
All right, suffer the strain, the requisite strain.
Triple despair, a meteor comes from the sky.
Stop it.
Well done.
Stop it, Zander.
Success with 2 advantages and a triumph.
Yes.
Okay, so I do have a talent, Deadly Accuracy. The character may add his ranks in that combat skill of my choice as additional damage to 1 hit of a successful attack made with that skill. Made with non-vehicle weapons. I choose Range Light, so I have 2 ranks in that. And then I'm going to spend a story point to activate Lucky Strike, which adds additional 3 damage to 1 weapon of my choice.
So it brings it to 9, and then another 3.
Yeah.
Bringing it up to 12.
And spend the 2 advantage.
So 12 on 1 hit and 7 on another hit.
And then, in theory, with the triumph, you could crit her if you so.
Wait, did I get a triumph?
You did.
Yeah. So actually, it would be better if you use the triumph for the second hit.
Okay, triumph for the second hit and crit her twice.
Is to crit her twice, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that then. This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it's gonna hurt me.
I wouldn't be so quick as to say that.
I'm still knocking on wood. Nathaniel,
Just saying.
You really beg for it, you know?
I'm sorry, I'm a beggar. What can I say?
Sorry, you don't beg for it. You just ask for it. But begging's felt appropriate there, I guess.
All right. At the brink, suffers 2 strain every time she performs an action.
Yes!
Yes!
And crippled. One of the limbs is impaired until the critical injury is healed.
Yes!
Okay, so before we move on to the next turn, I'm going to spend my second maneuver to activate my sidestep talent. I'm going to suffer 2 strain to use it. So once per round, my character may suffer strain no greater than the ranks in sidestep to use this talent until the end of my character's next turn. Upgrade the difficulty of all ranged combat checks targeting my character a number of times equal to the strain suffered. So I'll suffer 2 strain for that. So all ranged attacks towards me are upgraded twice.
Nice.
All right.
But since that was a second maneuver, I'm suffering 4 strain for that.
Now, so you activated her special ability.
What?
New life. Delga.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Jonathan.
The first time in an encounter where her wounds pass her wound threshold, she may immediately make a heal spell check as an incidental.
Dang it.
Good thing that's currently upgraded in difficulty.
True. That was increased, not upgraded.
Increased. Then I'm going to flip a story point to increase her power on this.
I vote we flip it back as a group.
Same.
All right, let's consult
What? The cards.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The question here is exactly how many of her critical injuries does she get to heal?
Oh shoot.
How much health does she gain back?
I'm okay with none.
None would be great.
None would be great. Actually, how many crits does she currently have?
5. 4, 5. Yeah.
5. All right.
I gave her 2.
That's true.
So she heals 8 wounds.
Okay.
That's not terrible.
It's not the best, but we'll have to take it.
So she healed less than I dealt damage. That's nice.
That is overall good, but if she heals a critical injury, that's annoying.
What critical injury did she heal, though, is the question.
Head ringer.
The one that was making it harder for her to cast spells.
Yep.
Okay. That makes sense that she'd prioritize that. Also, which limb was impaired?
Her right arm.
Okay.
Is that her main casting arm?
Nope, she's left-handed.
Darn it! Why couldn't have been her left arm?
Because he said so.
Green light surrounds her, and the wound on her head closes, and the other wounds close somewhat, but not completely. And just like...
Oh, she's not happy.
I'm not happy.
Cayden's turn. What does Cayden do?
I have
He has one thing he can do.
I have a basic mechanics question, though. So, when you're on fire, does the damage that's being dealt ignore soak still?
When you're on fire.
No, it does not ignore soak.
How much damage would it be doing base?
It would be doing 6 damage base.
Stop, drop, and roll, buddy.
And he's going to take it regardless, right? Because it'll happen
He's going to take at least 1, yeah.
Right.
Is she going to fight through being on fire?
How bad does she currently look?
Bad. She's still got like a chunk out of her arm, a chunk out of 2 legs, wounds all over her chest. She's not looking good, but she's looking very angry. And you are hurting a lot. You are on fire.
It's true. Does that mean he's going to be getting black dye on his check when he shoots?
Yes. Ooh. You are on fire. There are going to be some negative side effects for that.
Yeah, of course.
But why? Why can't he be on fire and have no negative effects?
Actually,
I don't think it's fair.
Could we in this case activate his heroic ability for narrative flair that he doesn't get that he ignores that pain, or like he'll still experience the pain, but he will ignore the effect of it.
That might be that might be the explanation for like just why he's making this choice.
But it'll still make it harder.
You're still gonna have the black die. The mechanics of your heroic ability don't quite fit that. But the narrative flair does make sense that he'd fight through the pain of being on fire. If anyone would do it, it's Cayden.
Of course.
I am curious how many black die would it be, just for fun?
2.
Would it be 2?
Just 2.
That's rough. Okay. And wait, does she have base 3 defense? Because you said we usually... Okay, that makes sense. So it'd be 5 black die against...
I'm going to get that one count.
Do it.
Do it and you're cool.
Make a smart decision.
Do it and you're cool.
Make a smart decision.
Yeah, make the smart decision.
Since when have we made smart decisions?
Well, I tend to make smart decisions, but I live in, I kind of live for this in a way. This is great. I kind of
Payne.
Do the most narratively interesting thing.
Yes.
Yes.
What is the most narratively interesting thing right now, Aaron?
Do it and you're cool. That's the most narratively interesting thing. I didn't say. We said that we had come prepared. That means he brought his hunting rifle with him. I would assume it's on his back. I just hadn't said it before.
Okay.
Would quick draw allow me to draw the rifle out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aren't you still...
I think you might have to spend a story point to say you have that, though, since you haven't mentioned it.
You know what? That's fair.
All right.
So he already exhausted all the ammo in his pistol, so he just drops it, pulls the rifle forward, and he's going to shoot. And it'll be upgraded automatically twice because it still applies until the end of my turn.
Until the end? Okay.
Yeah. So it allows me to use it twice and everyone else once.
Yes.
And since I didn't get to do it before, because I narratively should have given a reason why everyone's going to get a benefit to attack.
Oh, yeah, you could have.
I should have. This is where we're going to do it now, since it'll be the end of it. As he's drawing and taking a shot, which it has accurate 1. So it'll be 4 yellow because he has 2 ranks and 4 cunning. He'll say, "This is where you should be afraid," and he'll shoot.
Do you have maneuvers to spend for aiming, or
I do? Sure.
You did use quick draw.
It's true. We will use both.
Dang.
All right, take 2 strain, and I'm going to flip a story point.
I already spent one for the rifle, so I canceled it back.
Nice.
All right, and
what?
So on fire, and his gun backfires.
Oh! Fail with the despair.
Yeah, you take 1 damage, and your hunting rifle is ruined.
Oh.
Is that ignoring soap? Man, was it that bad? What did I get?
You failed with a bunch of threats.
It's not as bad as
Dang. Dang.
So pissed. Oh,
So much for the rifle.
do it and you're cool. Sure.
Make smart decision.
Okay.
And that gets a laugh out of Delga.
Well, I'd admit it, but that makes narrative sense why the hunter's quarry no longer applies.
Delga laughs at that, and then she is going to lash out with more vines.
She is taking fire damage.
Yes, she does take fire damage.
Yes.
How much fire damage?
Base again. Wait, actually, well, yeah, it's whatever Joan's spell base was, right?
Yeah. Except this time she's going to take a maneuver to focus, and she's going to see just how many people she can kill at once.
Okay, so...
everyone activate their dodge stuff right now.
Okay, so sidestep upgraded twice since it's...
Who so far has had thorns in their system at some point?
Oh, shoot.
Elianna, Cayden, Joan.
Yeah, just them.
Just those 3.
Okay, this should be fun.
Is this still an attack against us as a group, like all of us, or just those 3?
Those 3.
No, dang it. Okay, I'll dodge and I'll upgrade it once.
Flip a story point on her behalf.
I'll flip one back. We'll flip one back.
Sorry, guys, I can't help.
All right, we ready for this?
Oh my gosh, how much dice did you roll?
A lot. All right. The thorns that have lodged into your bodies are also seeds.
Oh no!
Oh, yes, you piece.
No,
oh, come on. No, that's not how thorns. Oh.
No, thank you, actually.
These are how these magical, enchanted monster thorns work.
Magic. Total BS on that one. Fine. Continue with your ridiculousness, you piece of garbage.
So Joan, Elianna, and Cayden are all going to take 8 damage and a critical injury as thorn bushes start to grow from the thorns inside them.
Does soak apply here?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to do Joan first because I know she is over her wound threshold. By 5.
Okay, but this happens at the same time, so shield still applies.
Yes. Yep. So that's 8 damage to everyone. Actually, sorry, 9 because 1 success. So never mind. Joan's 6 over her wound threshold.
All right. 9 out of 10.
So she's going to get first that initial critical injury from just a spell giving her a critical injury. That's 33, which is stunned. She would be staggered, but she's unconscious, so that doesn't matter. Then the next one is going to be plus 7D.
Plus 7?
Because plus 10 from the previous critical injury, and plus 6 from the fact that she's 6 over her wound threshold.
Oh.
Gosh, dang it.
Wait, are we receiving 2 critical injuries for this?
If you're unconscious.
Oh, you're right.
She's over
you're
her
right.
threshold.
If you're unconscious, ouch.
Because she suffered 1 from it base.
Ah, that's bad.
No. No.
What'd she get?
Nice knowing you, friend.
Bye.
Oh, frick.
She's dead.
Is she dead?
No.
She was one.
So the vines, so beyond just growing out of her chest, on their way out, they slash her eyes.
She's blind?
Joan has just been blinded.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sorry.
Kidding me.
Did you not?
Blinded. The target can no longer see. Upgrade the difficulty of all checks twice, and upgrade the difficulty of perception and vigilance checks 3 times until this critical injury is healed.
Okay.
So she's temporarily blind?
She's not dead.
She's not dead.
She's not dead, and her eyesight can be restored.
Okay.
Okay. That's the good part of that news.
But that is a very hard critical injury to heal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I can imagine.
All right, yeah, so Joan currently is out for the count, has a bush growing out of her chest, and has had her eyes slashed by thorns.
Well.
All right. Who's next?
How's Elianna faring?
She took
She's
9
at
damage.
9 out of 10, so...
And Elianna had the spell still helping her.
Not anymore,
And
I'm assuming.
Nope, not anymore. Your critical injury is 94, putting you at the brink.
Ooh!
2 strain each time they perform an action.
Ooh, that's not good either, but
I
okay.
didn't take that strain earlier.
As the thorns inside are going to hurt you every time you move.
I know what's up with Cayden.
This is fine.
He's over his threshold, isn't he?
He's at his threshold.
Ooh. Do you have any... Oh, did either of you have any previous crits?
No.
Okay.
Cayden did not have a previous crit at all. No. He's just on fire.
All right. Cayden is also at the brink.
Before the end of this turn, since this was a successful hit, I would like to spend a story point to activate Retribution.
Yes! Do it!
All right.
I am doing it. Excuse me. You just about killed my friends. I am going to now kill you.
Retribution isn't, it's not a check. I think it's an automatic hit with base
It's
damage.
an automatic hit.
With base damage.
Applicable talents.
And applicable talents, yeah.
So it's 6 damage plus deadly accuracy, so that's +2. Spend a story point for Lucky Strike.
No. You just spend a story point to activate. I don't think you can activate.
It's
Lucky Strike regardless of...
Whenever you make a successful combat check, so what
That's
this...
No, this isn't a check.
Alright, so deadly accuracy still hits, so +2 to that 6.
All right. So bushes erupt out of Joan, Elianna, and Cayden's chests. And Rian shoots, and the bullet goes straight through Delga's skull.
Yes!
Delga goes down, and the bushes and vines growing out of Elianna, Joan, and Cayden wither and die. The rose hedge withers, and we watch as the people still conscious watch as Delga turns to mulch.
I think as Rian was about to take the shot, he would just say, "Rotten hell."
Yes!
Bang.
Do it.
Rian just shouts, "Rotten hell, you demon." Boom.
Yeah.
Not a demon.
Well, you know...
She's acting like a demon, so heck, it's perfect.
aka Howie, and welcome to roughly the middle of the episode. This is the last roughly the middle of the episode of this whole entire season. I can't believe that we're already at the end. It seems like we just started yesterday, but that is not the case. It has been many months. It has been many months since we started, and you've been with us the whole time. Even if you're not listening concurrent with us releasing, you've been with us this whole time, and we cannot possibly express our gratitude and affection for you. I hope you're enjoying our Season 1 finale, and if you are, please consider telling a friend. Now is a great time to recommend the show because it is the whole season's now bingeable. You can listen to the whole thing whenever you want. You don't have to wait on uploads to occur at roughly the day and time they're meant to come out. Speaking of friends, we would like to thank our friend and patron Nathaniel Kruyer so much for supporting us. We made it to the end of Season 1, and we're going to keep on going. So if you want to help support the podcast as it moves forward, please head to patreon.com/the Archives. You can also find us on Tumblr, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We also have a Discord server, and all of that stuff is linked in the description of the episode. If you've been listening to these mid-roll bits, you will know that we are doing a special Q&A / just talking about discussion of Season 1 with the cast of the Genesys Archives, the ones who played in this season, and we're going to be recording that in a couple weeks. So, if you have any questions or comments or feedback or, I don't know, reviews, please rate and review. That's always good. If you have any questions or comments or whatever the heck, send them into any place that we can be found on social media, again, linked below, or join our Discord server. We've got a special channel for it. Send those in within the next couple weeks, and we will read them out and talk about them. We would love, love, love to hear from you. Again, thank you so much for listening. Thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts. I really hope you enjoy the rest of the season finale, and I will see you at the beginning of The Unseen World Season 2. Bye-bye.
How's everyone feeling right now?
Horrible. This is the worst.
Not great. Rian's got just a slight
Cayden, you're
migraine.
still on fire.
He's putting in pain pills before he takes himself out. Or, like, he puts himself out.
You're on fire. You have to put yourself out first.
Fire.
You're going to take another wound from the fire.
Rian is going to holster his pistols, take his shawl off, and run over to Cayden to put the fire out. Just wait.
You were at your wound threshold, weren't you?
Yeah, so he's over. He's now one over.
Yep. So you pass out. So this hat, like, she turns the mulch, and then you collapse, still on fire.
I should have taken painkillers the previous round.
Yeah, Rian's running over and using his shawl to pat the fire off.
It's gonna have to just be your check to put him out.
Okay, that'd be athletics?
Yeah.
1 yellow, 1 green. And he's using the shawl. Does that help at all?
Yes. Success.
Good. Cayden is not on fire anymore.
He's out for the count.
Yep.
Let's try a medicine check to try and patch him up a little.
Okay.
1 yellow, 2 green. I'm going to use intense focus to upgrade it once, so I suffer 1 strain.
Okay, he is over his wound threshold.
It makes it harder. Trying to save a man's life.
You heal 1 wound and 1 strain.
He's now back at his threshold, so he
wakes up
awake
in a lot of pain.
Oh yes, his first action will be to take painkillers at that point.
Fair.
Good idea.
Just reaches into his bag, just his skin like cracking as he does.
Oh, ow.
Elianna's going to stagger over to Joan. Sorry.
Voltaire is going to join Elianna at Joan and check.
Yep, Joan's got 2 nasty holes, one in her, like one at her in her rib cage area, and one in her gut, that are now kind of filled with mush from the withered plants, and her like all across her chest and face is badly scratched up.
Okay. Elianna's going to take off her jacket and try and stop any bleeding that's happening. I don't know what to do.
Okay, so this is the Voltaire's medicine check assisted by Elianna, basically.
I was gonna ask if, because I mean, as the circumstances stand right now, we don't really have time to go and find somebody to heal us. And Voltaire, once upon a time, had the ability to heal people.
Once upon a time.
A long time ago. In a galaxy far, far away.
When he had a little more faith?
When he had a little more faith, but I mean, right now, he'd be I think right now, he'd at least try.
Okay. Who is he asking?
Excellent question.
What sort of faith is he trying to, like, is he trying to ask God for help here?
I don't think he's that.
Is he asking for some help from dear old Pops?
He's
what is he, or is he just gonna like
dear old Pop-Ups?
Hey, what does he say?
Well, he looks down at Joan and he's just like, oh, okay. Wherever you are, now would be a good time. Now would be a good time to help out. Please. You can tell that the please is just utterly excruciating for him.
Make a discipline check.
Ooh. What's your discipline?
I have rank 2, willpower 2.
This area is filled with a black light. Behind Voltaire, you see a negative silhouette, a white silhouette with white outstretched wings, surrounded by this aura of black light. Joan heals somewhat, just enough to be at her wound threshold.
Critical injury? ?
Not healed. And Voltaire, no one else hears the voice. Voltaire hears,
The time is soon, my son. We will speak again. And then the silhouette is gone, and the light in the area is back to normal.
Voltaire just mutters to himself, about damn time.
So Joan is conscious?
Joan, get some painkillers down her throat now.
Joan, you...
Why can't I see anything?
I know.
She got your eyes.
Cayden's making his way over. He's limping, like he just took painkillers, so he's...
Rian's helping Cayden move over there.
Like, he just, like, reaches up and, like...
Don't touch it. Look, I'm gonna get you some painkillers, okay? Just keep your hands away from your face. We're gonna get you taken care of, okay?
Okay. Is everyone alive? Did we... I'm guessing we won?
This one, yeah.
Yeah.
Define win.
I'm not dead. Oh.
You're not dead.
No, you're not.
Dead.
None of us are dead.
We're all
Can't
still
say the
here.
same for Delga.
Mm-hmm. So yes, if that's your definition of winning, then yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm happy you're alive. I need to borrow somebody's phone right now.
Elianna hands him her phone.
Excellent. He's gonna go off and see if he can intercept Nikolai before he makes the entire thing into an even bigger dumpster fire.
Are we almost at the 24
And then this is when the ground shakes.
Oh no.
That is not good.
Not enough to cause any damage, but enough that we can all feel it.
Okay.
What was that?
Probably the big scary monster underneath the city, I'm guessing.
Voltaire dials faster.
Elianna gives Joan some painkillers.
Cayden actually kneels next to Joan and like tries to touch her arm and almost like hold her hand. Because if anyone understands what she's going through at this moment,
I think when he feels it, she's going to try to grab it.
He'll reach for her hand because he hasn't switched back to his blindness yet. He's like, hey, it's the old dog.
Hey, Hound. Is this what it looks like? Is this what everything looks like to you? Usually?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. It's at first it's really not the most pleasant experience, but I don't know. I think I find just tiny bit more beauty in just the sounds of everything around me.
Maybe I'll be able to appreciate that a bit more when the apocalypse is a bit further away.
That's fair, but not just yet. It is doable that you don't have to, remain like this. It just might take some time.
Yeah, I like that idea.
But just letting you know, if you have any problems with it, I'm here for you.
Can Rian try making a medicine check on Joan real quick? Or do we not have time?
Right now let's focus on Voltaire, because the phone call would happen way before any real medicine got down.
Right.
All right.
I hope you have good news for me.
I have your target.
Yes?
Elaine of the Fairy Court.
Elaine?
I was as surprised as you are.
Oh, the other partners are going to get a good laugh out of that one.
So, you have your target. She is the one responsible.
And where can I find her?
The Spring Preserve. I'll expect you here in less than 10 minutes.
That is technically accurate. And the way opens up, except this one's huge.
Oh, shoot.
And on the other side, all you can see is darkness.
Oh.
And then from the darkness come demons. You see these spindly things with 2 long arms and legs, seemingly just made out of writhing shadows. You see these massive horned creatures that look a lot like what the ogre disguised itself as. You see things that look like mutated skeletons on fire. You see things that almost look human from a distance, but the closer they get, the more wrongness you see about them. Mouths opening on all the wrong parts of the body, and just like black pits instead of eyes, as just legions of demons start pouring from this portal.
I think upon seeing this, Rian would be like, I think it's time we made our exit.
Hold on. What is about to happen?
And then the demons part.
Oh, shoot.
And a redheaded, middle-aged man in a black suit with a perfectly white tie casts out, his shadow stretching out far before him, engulfing the entire courtyard.
Voltaire just looks at Elianna, just looks at her, and he says, I'm sorry. And he goes to accomplish his part of the deal.
Well done. I would advise that you lead your friends or associates or whatever you wish to call them aside.
I take it you will be handling this one personally.
He grins. The most evil smile any of you have ever seen. Oh, yes. We will enjoy it quite a lot. And his shadow splits a bit in the semblance of a giant grin.
Slight shivers go down Rian's spine.
Voltaire does a bit of a mock salute. Bonne chance. And he goes and starts herding everybody else away.
Hold on. No. You can't.
Elianna.
You can't let this happen. You can't do
I can't stop it.
You called it.
I can't stop this.
Elianna just at a loss for words. Like, she can barely think right now. Almost all of that damage she took was to her brain.
Now, trust me, we don't want to be here.
No, we don't.
Aaron wants to say something.
Before we continue all of this, we actually forgot something quite important with regards to all of this.
What?
Which part was that?
Where the heck are Billy and Joe?
Where are Billy and Joe?
Yeah.
That's a great question, big guy.
They would have followed Elianna.
Yeah.
And they would have been part of that fight.
I am so sorry.
I didn't think of it either. Look, we're all at fault.
Okay, let's say they were hiding and now we're back. What are their thoughts?
Where would they hide? Where would they hide?
I think they might have gotten waylaid along the way by some...
that Daelka just made it. This is personal.
They dropped him up.
Our group.
You know what? That would be fair.
Okay. That's reasonable. But they're here now.
Fair.
So they, stumble out of whatever you call that thing that separates the fancy courtyard from the rest of the area.
Right.
The veil. That's a good word for it. They stumble through the veil. Ellie?
Get over here right now.
Mind explaining what's going on here?
Not right now. Just get over here.
Cayden's actually assisting Joan while they move.
Nikolai turns to Voltaire. Are these two with you?
Yes, and I'm sure it would be greatly appreciated if they weren't consumed.
You just make a shooing gesture to them.
There shoots them a look as if to say, but that would happen if they don't get out of the way.
Yeah, they immediately run over to Elianna's side.
Where are we running? Because Rian's taking point.
They're not running.
Where are they moving to?
I've seen some weird things in this city, but I think today takes the cake.
I think it is time to go home.
Voltaire, have you at least acknowledged that to your dear boss that the beast seems to be rumbling in his sleep?
Voltaire looks at Nikolai.
It will be taken care of.
For our sakes, I certainly hope so.
Once this cog in the system is removed, everything will run smoothly again.
There's a very bitter look on Cayden's face, but he doesn't say anything.
The air drops. The air drops like 40 degrees. And frost forms on the ground. And out of the wind...
Flip.
Who do we have the pleasure of?
No.
A woman with a gown and hair the color of twilight, autumn leaves strewn about her gown, step out, her violet, piercing gaze sweeping the area. My sister does not die today, Morgan declares. And you see figures starting to materialize behind her. Banshees in their black gowns.
This is bad. This is
no kidding.
Bad.
Out from the ground, goblins start scampering. Trolls pull their bulbous masses out, and a smiling southern gentleman with a bright red hat joins the group, a small sickle at his side. And then bright light materializes as a bronze-skinned woman in Greek attire appears. For the confused in the audience, it's Lady Luck, or as some might call her, Fortuna.
Is there anybody else who's going to join this party of nuclear powers?
Well, she's got her army behind her, Minotaurs, Cyclopses, ancient Greek warriors, nymphs of various varieties, harpies, sirens.
We're just missing one.
Why is he shouting here? Did she declare a reason?
Yes.
What's Shuna doing?
Yeah, what does she say? I'm very curious.
Many of my employees have died, killed by rose bushes sprouting from their bodies. The Sealy Trail ends here. Zaitlos turns to her. It appears we have a common purpose.
No!
Many of those in my employ have died, and thanks to the assistance of one of my operatives, he nods to Voltaire, we have learned that Elaine, the Lady of Spring, is the culprit. It appears likely that she is to blame for your troubles as well. And Morgan steps forward. My sister's time is not today. Does anyone say anything here? Is everyone too afraid to do anything? Which is valid.
If Cayden had any maybe good social prowess, he might have, but he don't. So, no, not him. Not he.
I don't know.
Okay.
I would say if Voltaire did anything, he'd probably just say loud enough for Morgan to hear. It's like, forgive me, my lady, but you're going to have to give them a better reason than just that.
How about this reason? If you do this, the whole city is destroyed and nobody gets it. How about that reason? What if we all go home and keep the city? Because you can go home and keep the city, or you can do this and everything is destroyed and everyone is killed. So
I kind of like that plan. 2
options. Yeah. Which do you favor? I honestly don't know why you would want the one where everyone dies. I don't know why you'd want that.
Zaitlos, Fortuna, and Morgan all turn to look at Elianna. One literally glowing, one with a shadow that has covered the entire courtyard, and one with an air of chill around her. All look to Elianna.
I feel great about this decision.
I believe she is referring to the beast currently chained underneath the city.
Mm-hmm. That's the one. That's the guy. You felt him a minute ago if you were paying attention. I got nothing to lose over here by saying this. You have everything to lose right here, right now. So choose wisely.
If you need an example of this beast's power, you need only look to, what is it called in Arizona? Hell's Half Acre?
Death Valley.
Yeah, Death Valley.
Not in Arizona.
Where's it at then?
It's just a bit outside Las Vegas.
Elianna Death Valley. Forgive me, I get paid for killing things, not for knowing where
Elianna pats him on
are.
the shoulder. She's like, that's not Arizona, sweetie.
Yes. Anyway, you can consult with my boss as to a reference of its power.
Oh, it is quite powerful.
So?
Morgan glances at the others, and this is not my city. I can take my daughter, return to Avalon, and an annoying entrance to my realm will be removed.
So what you're saying is you just want to leave.
I am saying I do not care if this city dies.
So I guess it's up to you two then. If you fight her, the whole city's destroyed. If you don't do this, then she is not even in the equation anymore.
And I imagine we can come up with a fitting retribution for Elaine.
She would not leave if all returned to as it was. The Excalibur would remain an annoying entrance to her realm.
All right, well, you'd have a city. What you gonna rule over, Zaitlos? What are you gonna rule over if the city is gone?
The way I see it, with my new potential ally, we would simply be removing one of many factions in the city. That would not destroy the city.
Big monster? Big monster underneath the city. Did we forget about that one?
One casino shutting down would not destroy the machine.
But you all are very distracted right now. And I can only imagine that you're gonna get more distracted in fighting Elaine. Because she looks sweet. She's not. This is a very volatile situation you're about to step into. And you are taking quite a bet by walking into it.
All right. This sounds like We're doing some negotiating.
Yep, sure does. Sure does.
All right.
Sure does.
I'm just waiting for the only one missing, who I'm pretty sure is aware of what's going to happen. Please let them show up. I want them here, please.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Get me that circle. Get me that wonderful British director.
Bring the circle.
Would you consider this polite company?
No.
Look at him. The way these people operate. Polite company, he runs a business. The man runs a business.
I guess technically, so if we're talking about the individuals and not the situation, yes, the situation is not a polite one.
No.
Yeah,
but these are all of the people in charge are very refined, polite individuals.
So yes?
Yes, you could argue this is a polite company.
All right, I'm going to have 3 advantages to this guy.
Aaron's right. What was the last thing Elianna said?
He was like, we'll just remove one faction. And she was like, this is a very volatile situation you're about to step into, and that's a big bet you're taking.
The young changeling's statement is accurate.
Yes!
Finally!
She's arrived.
Out of nowhere, there are a bunch of people, just humans in ordinary clothes. The ones in front look like they're wearing business, like they're all in business suits. And then further in the back, you've got people just in like regular clothes or work clothes. Sorts of people you could easily pass by on the street without thinking about them, as the members of the circle have arrived.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yes!
And of course, at their head is the director.
Logic, reason, calm.
Finally. Someone that
Voltaire looks at the director. He's just like, it is nice to meet you in person.
Hello.
How does Joan feel about all of this?
And
She's blind and
I should before I get to that. So the director, she is a woman of indeterminate age with gray hair put back in a bun in a neat dark business suit and a pair of spectacles.
I love her.
Yes.
I love her with all my heart.
I love
But back to Aaron's question. How's Joan taking all this?
Because I'm curious, because she's experiencing this with no sight. Just sounds of all of these things appearing.
The sounds and the feel of all of these auras.
Mm-hmm. It's probably overwhelming to her and Cayden.
Yeah, well, so when Morgan showed up, her first reaction was to try to hide behind someone.
Cayden was currently like actively holding on to her to help her.
Yeah, so she would have hid behind Cayden a bit, then realized he's still bound to her, and so kind of let go of him and taken a step back. And then she just kind of stood there, just like whenever anyone talks, her head turns toward the sound of their voice, even though she can't see them. Yeah.
So, director shows up.
The only real downside is, there's a little bit of not good blood between the circle and the order.
This current situation is untenable. Things standing as they are, everyone's power structure in the city will deteriorate. While you are busy waging your war, situations will continue to escalate and destabilize until your deal with the beast below unravels, and we are all consumed in absolute destruction. Those of us who are still here, of course, I myself, would have taken necessary precautions to be outside the city at the time. But the statement remains that if this situation continues as it has thus far, this city will be nothing but a crater.
As much as I am loath to admit it, she does have a point. And if anybody would be able to predict that with any amount of accuracy, it would be them.
Facts do not lie. Does Elianna have anything more to say?
Nope. She just reiterated all my stuff, but better. So, yeah.
All right, well, Elianna's still going to make a negotiation check assisted by the director.
Yes!
Oh, yes.
Oh, my lord. Yes, please.
What's your negotiation?
The director does not have a super high presence.
Well, I'm pretty sure
but she does have a 5 in negotiation.
I'm pretty sure Elianna's got the presents covered.
Yeah.
She's got the present angle covered.
She's got the presents covered.
I have
the director is very factual, very logical, not very personable.
Mm-hmm.
So her presence isn't the greatest, but she knows how to negotiate.
Let's talk it
Elianna
out.
has 4 presents.
Ooh, nice.
Yes. So how many yellow dice is that total then? Just 4?
4 yellow, one green.
Hang on. Before we roll this.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh!
Do
Put in valuable facts. You're going to do it? Please.
Can I add in valuable facts?
Do it.
Yes, you can.
He added his several cents of even pointing out. Yeah,
I did.
He did. He did that prior to the knowledge check, so.
I want to suffer 3 straight. to add 3 advantages to it.
All right.
Because this is polite company.
How much of a headache do you have now?
So much, Nathaniel. So much. Her head's gonna just pop right off in a minute. It's just gonna fall off.
Oh, yeah, I forgot the director has 6 intelligence.
Alright.
What?
Just looking at everyone's stats to make sure I remember them.
That's a lot.
That's a bit. That's a thing.
I would like that to belong to me, please. I would like some of that. Could you just dole that out a bit? Spread it around?
I'd prefer having cunning, man. I'd love that. That'd be great.
No, I'm talking about me as Caitlin.
I'd like to have a little more agility and cunning.
The director has basically all the knowledge in the world.
That's pretty rad.
That's fair. Holy heck.
So you're doing a knowledge check for Zander to do the valuable facts thing, right?
Oh yeah, what's Voltaire's knowledge?
He has rank 2 in everything and intellect 3. And I would like to flip a story point because I really want this to work.
All right. Due to the situation we're in, you're going to take 4 strain, but you succeeded.
What does it do again?
It adds a triumph automatically to a specific check related to the knowledge, I think.
I am adding a triumph to this check.
Yes,
nice.
please. Thank you.
Good. Now roll negotiations.
I guess we're doing that. We're rolling negotiation.
Let's hope you're a very persuasive person.
All right.
The combination of the 2 makes it very persuasive.
Combination of 3.
Oh, you're right. It is 3.
Rian can't assist in any format with sociality.
If you said something, he could have added a blue die.
Rian is too stunned.
It doesn't matter.
Speak.
Oh, true.
Ooh,
True.
actually, that makes sense.
What?
All right, Joan's going to step out from behind the group, kind of unsteadily, and okay. She's going to turn in the direction where that's coldest, vaguely facing Morgan, and she's going to take a deep breath. Mother, please don't do this.
What?
Ooh.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
Real bold of her. Oh, gosh.
No kidding.
So that's going to add another blue die.
Cool.
We're going up against the highest negotiation of the people we're negotiating with, which would be Morgan's.
Of course.
Oh.
Flip that point.
And Morgan has present 6.
Let's flip
the point.
Let's flip that.
5 yellow versus 5 red and 1 purple.
With a blue die. We do get an automatic triumph, but...
You do.
And 3 automatic advantages.
3 automatic advantages.
2 story points back.
It's like you don't even want us to win. How dare you?
But I'm going to use something that I haven't used this entire campaign, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
What
are we doing?
I'm scared.
Joan's heroic ability.
Yes!
What does it do?
Yes! Please.
Joan has Gift of the Court, which is a variety of influential.
Hey! What does it do?
Well, it actually depends on if this succeeds. But if you gave other things, we could add blue die to that check, I guess, if you gave her empowered or something.
I have.
So while it's active, all of the other benefits that you could get, such as empowered or drained, can apply. But the thing with influential is that the true power of it is when the check succeeds. You have to already be good at some things. All it does is just makes the social check even more fire.
Which is really great when you're making combined social check.
Joan is going to add 2 more blue die.
Yes.
Nice.
And if this succeeds, then it will add 3 successes. And she also reduces strain by a bunch.
That's fun.
Let the rolling commence.
Let's see how this goes. All the dice.
Suspense is killing me.
I love this. I hate it, but I love it at the same time.
This has to be the most intense social check.
Yeah, this is without a doubt the hardest social check we've ever made in all of our campaigns.
Got that right?
Without a doubt.
Because most of the time we just shoot our problems.
We failed it.
Start again. Start again.
All right. We have 1 triumph, 6 advantages, success, and a despair.
Okay. Could be worse.
It could have been so much worse.
Could have been much
So
worse.
we succeeded.
So
with a triumph and a despair.
And 6
advantages.
Because it succeeded, it adds an additional 3 successes because you're using her heroic ability.
Plus
correct?
3 successes, which is good because that was 1 success.
So?
Hair's breadth.
Where, like, just the air is just, like, you can just feel it's palatable, just like the tension that increased as they're all thinking about it.
The fact remains, we cannot leave this Elaine as she is. She has killed many of our employees and our servitors, not just the Order, but Olympus Industries as well, and I believe others in the city as well. We cannot leave here without determining her fate. Fortuna steps forward and is like, justice must be done. I suggest another route be taken. Elaine's death would have negative ramifications throughout the world, not just in the city, as a fundamental being of nature. And of course, it would also spark a war that would destroy this city. But she does not need to die to be removed from this particular equation. Morgan, I believe you have a particular process of your own, one that does not kill, but does take people out of the equation for quite some time. Yes. Would you be willing to take your sister into your custody? My sister's power and mine are equal. If I were to attempt to take her, and she did not wish it, we would be at a stalemate. We can assist you in the initial procedure. Would this particular arrangement be equitable for you all? If it removes her from my city for the foreseeable future, then I will agree to it. A being of growth put in stasis, that is a suitable enough punishment. Well, Morgan? Come then. Leave your armies behind. The four of us will approach my sister. And they all looking at each other untrustfully.
It's fair.
Morgan says, I swear that I will hurt none of you until this business is done. I swear by all of the knowledge contained in the libraries of the Circle that I will harm none of you until this business is concluded. I swear by all of the fallen and by the Lord of Sin himself that I will harm none of you until this business is concluded. I swear on Olympus that I will harm none of you until this business is concluded. And so they all step forward and they pass us and enter the inner courtyard.
Where's the despair,
Should
Jonathan?
we follow?
Jonathan, where's the despair?
And then they come back after, there's just several minutes of silence, and then they come back through, and Elaine appears to be asleep, floating between them.
So I take it.
Yeah, they all step back to the front of their armies. Our business is concluded.
Oh, shoot.
Our business is concluded. Our business is concluded.
No.
Our business is concluded.
No.
Okay, come on, please no.
Hold on. Let the man speak.
Shut up.
Where's Elaine going with, anyway?
With more...
Zaitlos snaps his fingers, and the demons turn around and go back through the hell portal.
Oh, they went through the hell portal.
Yes.
And the armies of Greek warriors and monsters shimmer and look human and turn around and walk back. The members of the circle nod in unison and vanish. And last is Morgan as she turns to Cayden and Joan. Come, daughter. Come, hound. We have business to attend to.
What does Joan look like right now?
Defeated. She just kind of hangs her head and walks forward.
Cayden falls behind, but offers a hand around her shoulders to try to reassure or almost comfort in a small way.
She doesn't reject it, and Morgan's armies vanish as Morgan takes Cayden and Joan, and they vanish into the air.
Before they all vanished, Cayden actually turns around, like right as they're approaching Morgan. He turns around slightly, and he just tips his hat towards the group and gives a small smile.
I think Joan's also going to turn back right before Morgan just looks back and just, thank you. Thank you for everything. And then Morgan takes them to herself, and they vanish, blown away on a chill breeze.
There it is.
Well, that ended better than I thought it would, to be honest.
Did we just win? Doesn't feel like we won.
I think in the realm of ways that this could have turned out, this is one of the better ones.
You all right?
Who did you say that to?
It's just us, man.
There's no one left
It's
in the
just
courtyard
you
but
and me and Voltaire. That's
And
it.
Billy and Joe.
Billy and
Joe. Also them. Also my boys.
Look traumatized.
Yeah.
The two of them are silent and like staring out into the distance.
What time is it?
Yeah, what time is it?
Not sure, honestly. What was the last time we registered?
It was like evening.
Yeah.
It's late at night, probably.
Either like a bit before midnight or a bit after or something like that. I don't know.
Rian is he also looks traumatized, and he is also crying a little bit at losing two of his friends. And
not dead.
Well, he's unsure if he'll ever see them again.
That's fair.
Joan knew what she was doing when she said mother.
It's like he's lost too many people he's cared about already. He doesn't want to lose anymore.
The smile that Cayden gave, oddly, was a small, but it was somewhat a reassuring smile, as if he would see all of them again.
Yeah, Jones was very much a goodbye.
Yeah,
Jones was very much a goodbye.
Elianna's gonna go look inside that inner courtyard, because it just sort of, I don't know.
It just sort of dawned on her that 4 of the most powerful beings known to man were in there.
She sort of, realizes that was... Because she's sitting over here feeling like, so that was, horrible and awful and traumatic, but also feels way too easy. And so she goes to look into the courtyard and see if people are alive in there.
What does she say?
The courtyard is empty. There is no sign, all of the extra growth that was there is gone. There is no sign that anyone was there beyond the regular tourists.
Also no sign that anyone got brutally murdered.
True.
Cool. That's okay. I feel good about that. I could feel better about that. Well, I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Did your friends manage to survive?
Oh, I don't know. They're...
She's still in there as of this point. She hasn't left yet. So then out from around a corner, Darcy steps out.
Oh, you're alive. Good.
I am.
Way to sell me out, huh?
Did you expect me to say no to one of the most powerful women in Fae?
No. I sort of hoped you would, but no. I didn't expect you would say no.
You've made quite an impact today.
Ha, I bet I did. Yep. That's 15 years. That's 15 years. Just out the window. Just gone.
Is it?
What do you mean?
They raise an eyebrow. You just had a conversation. Well, let us roll back a bit.
Please do. I have a splitting headache.
You said no to Elaine.
Sure did.
The second most powerful entity in the Sealy court.
Mm-hmm.
You then left. You then spoke with 4 of the most powerful individuals. Well, the 4 most powerful individuals left in the city, and some of the most powerful individuals in the world.
Sort of shouted at them, but yes.
And helped convince them to work together to drag the person that you just insulted off in metaphorical chains.
Uh-huh. Yep. I don't see where this gets better for me.
It's quite impressive.
Huh. It is, isn't it? That's pretty impressive. And Elaine's not even around to hold a grudge. I don't know how long Morgan's gonna hold on to her, but she's not even around anymore. She was removed. I effectively deposed Elaine. Darcy!
They grin.
Oh my, this is huge. This is huge. This is everything. I don't even know what to do with this. Where is everybody?
With Elaine gone, they all went through the way, but They wave their hand and the way opens again. You could join us.
Ooh.
Just for reference, Voltaire he did keep an eye on you. He is observing. He cannot currently hear anything.
Huh. Wow. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. I thought this,
This seems like an agency decision.
It does.
It does, huh?
Yeah, it does.
Do it.
All right. I offer my last 2 story points.
Shoot. What are the implications of stepping through this thing? What happens if I step through this thing?
1, you'd be making a statement.
Uh-huh. Sure would. Sure would be.
Actually, I think Darcy would mention this bit. It's possible that someone who has accomplished what you have could even find a place in the Queen's court without even needing to yet make the fullness of the choice.
Wow. You really think so?
With a little help, of course.
Of course.
Does Elianna look behind her at any point?
I think at this point she does, yeah.
She'd see Voltaire standing far enough away that he wasn't able to hear anything. But I imagine with the way opening up, he'd kind of get the gist of the conversation.
What's the look in his eyes?
He looks sort of like that painful look of understanding, just because he's enough of a socialite to know what she just did. And all he does is kisses his hand and waves goodbye, mouthing just, I understand.
Elianna turns so she's not facing either Voltaire or the portal. Sorry, this is taking a minute, everybody. This is a big choice.
This is a very big choice.
This is the biggest decision of her life.
Yes, it is.
The implications will be huge in either direction.
And the consequences great in both directions.
A possible place in the summer court of the Seelie Fae.
Or that pained expression on Voltaire's face.
If you couldn't tell, Jonathan is just elated. He is like on cloud 9. He's like, yes, this is everything I've worked for.
This is very much that like end of a season sort of TV show season sort of decision that happens.
Heck yeah, it is.
The scene is set.
I can't take this much longer.
Yes, you can. You will be patient and wait.
This is the point where
my character is decided.
For once, my patience is starting to run thin.
Sorry, buddy. This is the most important decision of my life, okay?
This is where you need patience the most.
Mute yourself if you have to.
All right, I'm going to go grab an apple.
Everyone take a bathroom break. I gotta think about this.
I might...
Seriously, take a bathroom break.
It'd be a long bathroom break for me, but I
Well, I'm thinking for a minute.
Okay, you know what? Fine. We will all convene again. Keep recording. No one stop. Just we will reconvene in 5 minutes or so.
Yes.
I guess.
I need 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. This is so good.
Well, frick. Just you and me, microphone.
Would you like to think out loud?
Maybe. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about this. This is the same stuff Voltaire pulled on Elianna before. This is the exact same thing.
Situations reversed.
That's the thing. That's the thing that's killing me. That's the thing that I'm like,
What's the thing that's killing you?
That's the thing that's killing me. Because it's the same thing that Voltaire did to Elianna.
Yep.
I know she's about to do the same thing to him. She doesn't know where he's at. Also, he just sort of low-key was like, sorry, I gotta kill your family or whatever, but gotta do it. See, that's also a problem.
To be fair, he didn't say he was going to kill all of Elianna's family. He just said he couldn't stop it.
He made the call.
All right, what's Elianna gonna do?
I don't know.
We're waiting for Baaron to get back.
I need to stand up. I need to walk around. I'm shook.
And we're not waiting for Baaron to get back. We're waiting for Caitlin to make a decision.
All right, let's make a check then. And then that's it.
That would be great.
All right, Caitlin. Verdict?
Just pick one. Just pick one.
As if it was that easy. You know what? I'll be quiet.
I know what I want you to do because it feels like it would be fun narratively.
Just pick one.
You know what?
Is Elianna taking this amount of time?
That's true. That's a good point.
This amount of time, but like this is going a lot faster in her head. Because I have to, she can more immediately process this because she's been thinking about it for...
Probably during this thinking, Rian would have made his way to Voltaire and would look at Elianna too now.
So she is taking a little bit of time, think about it, which is probably confusing Darcy. Could come back. That's not...
You could come back.
I could come back. But
As Elianna talks to herself and trying to rationalize this out.
In her own brain.
I'd say at this point, seeing Elianna waffle, Voltaire he'd walk up and he'd motion for Rian to stay.
Yeah, Rian would just nod at him.
And I think Voltaire would just walk up and he'd say, "This looks like what you have been waiting for."
Sure does, doesn't it?
If you're waiting for me, I'll always be here. I understand.
You know, that's precisely what I thought too, and it didn't work out that way.
Ellie, I can say this with the utmost confidence. You are the first woman I have loved since Anna. And for that reason, I want you to go. I want you to accomplish the thing that you have been dreaming of.
Will you really be here when I get back?
You have my word.
Elianna smiles at him kind of sadly, and you can see a flood of conflicting emotions rolling around behind her eyes. But she smiles at him with a warmth you haven't seen in a long time. She reaches out and squeezes his hand and says, "I'll be back."
You take something away from his hand. And he slips off the gold ecclesiastical ring, and he lets you take it.
Elianna closes her fingers around it, and she brings it to her mouth and kisses her hand. Then she turns around and walks through the way.
Woo! Just for the audience's sake, Jonathan, our wonderful GM,
Jonathan's been losing
has been doing nothing but just losing his mind. He muted himself, but he was flailing all over the place, slapping his knees again, just yelling and chanting, "Do it," or just give in to it, or something of that nature. Just the whole time.
I forget all the things I chanted, but at least at one point I was saying, "Go through portal, go through portal."
I saw that happening.
And then there were two.
After Elianna walks through the way, Rian would walk up to Voltaire and just ask, "Do you think we'll ever see any of them again?"
Rian, that's the strange thing. People you love have a strange way of coming back to you.
All right, we're going to end that scene there. And we're now going to skip ahead a bit. So Voltaire's planning on staying in the city?
I think for now he would go back to Paris for a week or two.
Okay. And then is Rian planning on staying?
I think Rian, after all this, would actually head home for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Spend time with the family he still has back there.
How long does it take before Rian decides to leave?
I think probably a couple of days. Oh, during these couple of days, Rian would have also gotten a brand new flip phone to replace his broken one.
Nice. Brand new flip phone, state of the art.
Yeah.
A smart flip phone. I have heard those actually exist, so we'll go on smart.
So fast forwarding a couple days later, Rian is packing to leave, gets everything in his trunk, slams it shut, and then he turns around, and right there is a man. You look at him, but you can't identify any of his features. You can tell he has a nose, he has eyes, but what skin color he is, what color his eyes are, the shape of his nose or his brow. He has hair, but what kind of hair it is, you can't tell. No matter how much you try to look, you can't identify any of his features, other than he is wearing a red suit, golden tie. And the man just says, "I would advise you stay in the city for a time."
And why is that?
Things are about to transpire that may need your assistance.
Your friends will need you.
Rian kind of goes a little wide-eyed and is kind of speechless at that. And how do you know this?
The man in the red suit smiles. I know many things. And then he's gone. While Voltaire is packing to return to Paris, the light in his room suddenly changes as a black light fills the room, and he turns around to see a figure, a bright white figure silhouetted against the black light with brilliant white wings outstretched. Then it stabilizes a bit, and he sees the face of this glowing figure. Son, we need to talk. Over in Avalon, Joan is being dressed by a flurry of pixie servitors in a gown of red and silver as Morgan's hound stands by, her watchful protector. I never really thought that we'd be back here like this.
Nah, never in my mind did I imagine something like this.
Well, she looks in the mirror as the final touches are placed by the pixies. Looking at her now cat-slitted silver eyes, I guess it's time.
Are you sure you're ready for this?
Not much of a choice.
That I know all too well.
They step out the doors, and Darcy leads Elianna, both of them in extravagant clothing. They hold Elianna's hand as together they step forward towards a massive throne growing from a tree in the height of its strength as they look up and see the Queen of Summer. Welcome, child, to my court. And finally, a grizzled man with rough clothes and a military buzz cut enters a nearly empty church. The priest stands before the altar. The man walks up to the priest and bows before him, kneeling down on one knee. The priest blesses him, and the man says, I've come from Rome. Is it time then? The priest asks. Yes, the time has come. The man stands back up, and together they walk down to a side room of the church. And the priest pulls a book on a bookshelf, and the shelf opens up to a winding staircase going down, and walk silently down the stairs, finally reach a massive armory filled with weapons, modern munitions, ancient blades. It is good, the priest says. We have let the city wallow in sin long enough. It is time that the Inquisition cleansed this place. I keep on wanting to do an Unearthly Shriek imitation, but like that's not a good idea for anyone involved.
We should get a soundboard. We should get
an Unearthly Shriek sound effect and put it in post.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It'll be the same one every time. No change.
No change.
Regardless
They're all
of who
the
it
same.
But hang on, my mom's calling. I gotta take
What's position?
I swear by all of the knowledge contained.
Ooh, All right.
Which could tie.
Sorry.
I have great knowledge.
Guys,
Is it equitable?
Guys, please.
Sorry.
Taking 30 minutes before starting anything.
Right.
Hey, Caitlin, how's your decision-making process going?
I don't think she can hear us right now. She doesn't have her earbuds or headphones on.
Jonathan, question.
Yes?
If I don't capitalize on this opportunity now, what happens?
You miss it.
No help. Not helpful.
Apologies for the delay. Like I said, I really had to go.
She hasn't made a choice yet, so you're still good.
Oh, wow. Okay, then.
Caitlin's struggling.
Big time.
This is hard. Like, based on some of the conversations I've directly had with
I know it's hard. That's why I gave her the decision.
That's why you gave her the decision.
And if Elianna leaves, Rian's going to be devastated.
We've already had Cayden and Joan leave.
Tell me, was that the despair?
Yep. Joan being taken by Morgan was the despair.
Of course it was. Darn you.
To be fair, Joan knew what she was doing.
She did.
Honestly, with that many red dice, it's a miracle we didn't get more than one despair.
That is fair.
I think all of us should mute ourselves and just let her finish whatever thinking she has.
Okay, I'm going to mute myself, and then I'm going to say, once I mute myself, I'm going to say exactly what I want you to do.
Okay. Read your freaking lips. You're smiling too much. It's too pixelated. This is so frustrating. Alright, I think he's just chanting now. Chanting
what I want you to do.
I know. You're shouting, just do it now.
Incorrect.
Trying to throw myself back to when my heart was pounding in my chest because it's the biggest character decision I've ever made.
Yeah, and I mean, it says right in there, just, they opened up the way, and I'm just like, this seems like an agency decision.
Yep.
A possible place in the summer court of the Sealy Fae.
This is you.
Oh, this is me?
Yeah, if it's a Z, it's you. If it's a V, it's you, but different.
It's,
you, but French.
Yeah, it's me, but French. Okay.